3D Hugs Cactus Acrylic Nail Art Tutorial by Hotpinkzebrapolish.
Hi everyone! In today's video I'm going to be showing you how I did this little 3D cactus that says hugs. I just love the idea. Cactuses are or cacti are everywhere right now. I know I just got a mug that says no prob llama, and it's got a llama on the side, and then there's little cacti all over the rest of the mug. So I was just looking at the mug and I'm thinking, oh, that'd be so cute to stick on a nail. So here it is. I hope you guys like it. It's easy, it's simple, and I'm also going to be doing this on some nail tips that are full cover tips. I have gotten so many questions recently about what tips do I use because they are full cover, and usually the ones I had been using aren't. They're just regular half-well tips that I trim the top of so that they'll fit along the curve of the cuticle. But I have been getting some more that are full cover tips that you don't have to worry about doing any of that, and these ones are just kind of like they're like a short almond shape. So I hope you guys like that, and don't forget to click subscribe to see all my future videos as well.
So here are the tips that I mentioned, and they're actually called pen shape. If you look at what the company says, they're called pen shape, and there is a link to them in the description box below. So they come in little bags like this. I have been trying to take and organize all of my tips into different boxes so that they are easier to find than dealing with these little plastic baggies. It's been a process. I've got so many nail tips because I'm kind of like a nail tip hoarder. It's kind of a issue that I've been dealing with. So anyways, they fit really well. They're very thin, which is always something that I look at. Have you guys ever gotten a thing of nail tips and they're so thick and heavy and they don't work, they're just not that good. So I'm just going to find one that fits pretty well on my thumbnail and then gently file it a little bit just to kind of get it into shape some. There we go. Once it fits pretty good, I'm just going to call it good. I do always file my full cover tips because everyone's cuticle is slightly different shaped, and so if they fit perfectly, you're so lucky, but chances are they're not going to. So I just file them a little bit just to make sure that they do fit pretty well. Then taking a very, very pastel purple, this one is an almost white color purple, I'm going to be adding an overlay over the top of the entire nail. So just like I said, almost pastel purple, it's pretty much close to white. I'm just going to be taking that. I wanted to use a purple because that would contrast really well with both the green and the orangey terracotta color of the pot that the cactus is in. So I'm just going to be doing that and then adding a little bit of a layer of clear acrylic over the top of it to add some strength. That purple color in the background is one that I hadn't used before, so I didn't know how light it was when I started this. And it was good. It was a good lightness, but I was a little bit surprised that it was so close to white. And I hadn't, like I said, I hadn't used it before. I always like that. I love new acrylic. It's so exciting. So many possibilities with acrylic. So I'm just going to make sure that clear acrylic is nice and smooth and completely covering it, and the nail looks good in general. After I'm happy with it, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to be filing it with my e-file. First, I'm starting out with a pretty coarse bit that removes a lot of acrylic very quickly. So very gently, I'm going to just be removing the areas that have a lot of extra bulk. And then I'm going to be smoothing out the texture of the nail with a much finer, smoother bit that really leaves this gorgeous velvety smoothness behind that is wonderful and really easy to work with then. And then quickly going over the free edge, and now I'm going to be sculpting out my cactus and his pot. So I'm going to begin with the flower pot with some brown. So I'm just going to be adding that down. Starting out, you want to have like a little lip at the top of the flower pot and then the tapered shape coming down for the bottom of it for the main portion. So just keep working on that. Like I said, this is with darker brown. So when I'm doing this cactus, I am going to be using two darker shades and I want it to be in the end. So I used a darker shade of brown that I want the pot to be in the end. And now I'm going to be using a darker shade of green that I want it to be in the end. The reason I'm doing this is because I'm going to be adding a highlight color of acrylic on top of these. And so you need to have that darker base so that you can have the capability to highlight it. If you do it where it's the bright color that you want it to look like in the end, you don't really have anywhere to highlight it from. So for the cactus, I'm going to start with sort of like an upside down teardrop shape that doesn't quite go all the way to a point, and then I'm going to be adding two arms on my cactus, and then with yellow, I'm actually going to be doing his highlighting. So I'm just going to be taking a bead of yellow. Now my yellow isn't very opaque, so it's got this kind of translucency to it that looks really nice on a cactus, and adding that over the top and blending it out so it's thinner on the edges and the thickest in the middle, which is going to give that nice subtle highlight over the middle and then fading back down on the other side. Add a little bit of that yellow on each of the arms as well. Not too much, just a very small amount. And then using a terracotta-y orangish peachy color, I'm going to be adding the highlights on the flower pot. So I'm going to start with just the line that's over the top of the pot and then go over the bottom of it. So this is leaving that little bit of brown acrylic going around the entire edge so that you can still see that. And then with yellow paint, I'm going to be adding the little lines for the details on the cactus, just the little, like the lumps or the ridges on the cactus, and then add his two eyes and his smile, and then just a couple little black lines for outline just to make sure that it looks really detailed. and really easy to see everything. And then add a whole bunch of little black lines kind of everywhere for his, what are they called? They're not thorns. Oh my goodness, my brain. His little spikes. You know, someone help me out here in the description box, or in the comment section, because I can't think of what it is. Oh geez, it's gonna drive me crazy. But then above the cactus, I'm going to be writing hugs with an exclamation point. I started with the G just slightly off center, and then added the S and the exclamation point, and then add the U before it and the H before it, and then apply some gel sealer over the background, so over the top of the hugs and then over all of that lavender color. Make sure that your hugs, though, is completely dry before you start doing this, or it's going to smear all over the place. And then apply some matte top coat over the top of the cactus and his flower pot. And that is it. Like I said, this guy is so cute, and it's easy, it's quick, and it's one of those nails that just kind of gives me a smile and a little giggle when I think about it. So I hope you guys like this as much as I do, and please share recreations with me on Facebook or Instagram. I would love to see them, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!